Hello students, I am Bhavna Kaushik, Social Studies, Geography, Chapter 4, Lecture 2. Children, we are going to study about components of map. Now there are three main components of a map. They are scale, direction and conventional symbols. Now first thing which we will study in components of map, that is title. So this is a title which is given to the map. Okay, children. Purpose or the theme of the map. As the name suggests, title, that means heading. It is a theme of the map. For example, India, physical, world, political, Mumbai, road map, etc. That means title is the theme of the map. Next, now this scale is the distance. First component of the map, that is scale. Now, as it is written over here, scale shows a ratio between the actual distance on the ground and the distance shown on the map. That means it is a ratio between the actual distance on the ground and the distance shown on the map. Now, this is a scale you can see. For example, suppose, now I am going to give you one example. Suppose this is your house and this is your school. Now, your house and your school both are there. Suppose your school is 5 kilometers away from your home. Now, we suppose that school is 5 kilometers away from home. Okay, children. Now, between this, the gap, this is 1 centimeter. That means on map, 1 centimeter is equal to 5 kilometers on ground. That means whatever you are seeing, the distance between your home and your school, it is 1 centimeter, which is there on the map. And as it is 5 kilometers away from home, the school, so this is 5 kilometers on the ground. So 1 centimeter is equal to 5 kilometers on the ground and the distance shown on the map. That means whatever actual distance is there, it is different from the distance which is shown on the map, as I have explained you just now. So this is scale. Now there are many maps which are scaled also and which are not scaled also. So sometimes if they are scaled, then it is written over there scale. The scale of the map will be written down. Whatever the scale will be, like for example 1 centimeter. Now as it is a representation of a large area on a sheet of paper. So a large area is also represented on a sheet of paper, that is a map, in a small way. Okay, like for example, we have seen just now like 5 kilometers and we are representing it in as 1 centimeter on the map. In the same way, like 10 kilometers can be represented as 1 centimeter on the map. So this way the representation is done on the map. And whatever the thing is, like 1 centimeter is equal to 5 kilometer or 1 centimeter is equal to 10 kilometer, whatever is that is a scale. And this is mentioned at the bottom of the map on the left hand side, either on the left hand side or either on the right hand side. You can see on the screen a scale is given to you, kilometers on the ground and centimeters on the map. This is shown through a scale. How much kilometers on the ground, represent it on the scale in centimeters. A map is a small representation of a large area on a sheet of paper. Therefore, a scale is used to represent the large distance in a small unit of measurement. For example, your school is 5 kilometers away from your home. If you show this distance as 1 centimeter on the map, it means that 1 centimeter on the map is equivalent to 5 kilometers on the ground. It can be shown as 1 centimeter is equal to 5 kilometers. Now you can make the scale of the map like 1 centimeter is equal to 5 kilometer. This is the scale of the map. So this way the scale of the map will be necessary that in every map you are going to find the scale. Some maps are not to be scaled also, and there are no scale given on that map. The scale of a map can be represented in the following ways. Now there are 3 ways to represent the scale. First is the statement scale. It describes scale in words. For example, 1 centimeter on the map is equal to 5 kilometer on the ground. 1 centimeter is equal to 5 kilometer. Representative fraction. A representative fraction or RF is the ratio of distance on the map to distance on the ground. For example, 1:100,000 means 1 centimeter on the map equals to 100,000 centimeter on the ground. The units of measurement of distance, in this case centimeter, are same both on the map and on the ground. Now both the units are same, centimeter. Representative fraction is divided into further 3 parts. Okay. First is the full scale. That is, drawing size of object is equal to actual size of an object. Example, 1 centimeter is equal to 1 centimeter. And here the RF is 1 centimeter upon 1 centimeter, that is 1:1. So representative fraction is 1:1. Second is reducing scale. As the name suggests, now over here the scale is being reduced, and that is equal to drawing size of an object upon actual size of object. Example, 1 centimeter is equal to 1 meter. Henceforth, 1 centimeter upon 1 into 100. Why? Because it is in meter and we have to convert it into centimeter. So 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. Therefore 1 centimeter upon 1 into 100, that is 1 upon 100. And here the RF will be 1:100. Now the scale is being reduced. Next, third is the enlarging scale. Now over here the scale is being enlarged. So over here, drawing size of an object upon actual size of object. Example, 10 centimeter is equal to 1 meter. Then what we will do? 10 upon 100. Why 100? Because again it is in meter and we will convert it into centimeter. So 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. 1 into 100 is equal to 100. Therefore 10 upon 100. And here the RF will be now 1:10. This way we can represent the fraction. It is a representative fraction. 3 ways of representing it. I have explained you all the 3 ways. Next is linear scale. In the linear scale, a diagram of a ruler is drawn to show the given scale. For example, 1 centimeter is equal to 1 kilometer. A segment of ruler measuring 1 centimeter will represent 1 kilometer. Now this is a linear scale, and in this 1 centimeter will be equal to 1 kilometers. This is a ruler. This is a segment of ruler measuring 1 centimeter, which is going to represent 1 kilometer. Now children, this is a simple scale. We measure the distance also, like as it is given a segment of ruler measuring 1 centimeter will represent 1 kilometer. That means whatever there it's represented in, this is in centimeters, and at down we represent it in kilometers. So this is a simple scale through which we can see the distance, measure the distance in kilometers as well as in comparison to centimeter. Types of maps based on scales. Now there are 2 types of maps which are based on scale: large scale maps and small scale maps. Large scale maps, these maps show a small area in greater details like that of cities, towns and villages. We talk about large scale maps. So as I have read just now that the large scale maps show a small area in greater details. That means these maps show a small area but in greater details. That means in more details. Like for example, you can take cities, towns and villages. You can take even your community where you are living. suppose 500 people are living in that community, so you can take the detail of that and you can show it on a large scale map. And small scale map, the name is small, but they show a larger area. For example, like mountains, plateaus, countries, continents. Countries you can talk, countries on a big scale we can take. So this is a big scale, like small scale map, but they show a larger area. But the detail which they show will be less, because the whole detail they will not be able to show about countries, like if and the continents we talk about. But in the large scale map we get more detail, because the area is small and in this the area is large. The only difference component of map is direction. There are 4 major directions: north, south, east and west. These directions are known as cardinal directions. In most of the maps, there is an arrow with the letter N on the top. It is on the right hand side of the map. The arrow points towards the north. Therefore, it is called the north line. It is a reference point which helps us to find out the other directions: east, south and west. There are other 4 intermediate directions called the northeast, NE, southeast, SE, southwest, SW and northwest, NW. It is possible to locate any place on the earth accurately with the help of these intermediate directions. Now you can see the directions, the picture of directions: north, south, west, east. Then again we are going to divide it. It will become N and E, northeast, SE, southeast, SW, SW. Between north and west it is northwest. So these are, in the green color are intermediate directions, in the pink color they are cardinal directions. So you can see with the help of these directions one can find out the directions of any place, or it can locate any place through these directions. With the help of these directions one can find out the location of a place. Now children, for identification, direction is very important. If you want to identify anything or place, then for that you should know the directions. Now children, many a times you have seen this letter N on the top. It denotes what? North. Okay. Now for example, if you want to learn the directions, you can even say that, suppose for example the sun rises in the east. Okay, so if you are going to stand in this position, that means this is your east, and at the back side it is what? West. So this is east and this is west. So this is rhyming. Sun rises in east and sets in west. So these 2 directions you can learn. Now about north, what you will do? Now as you are facing towards this side, so in your front side this is east and the back side it is west, and at your left hand side it will be what? North. And now as north is over here, so down will be what? South. So this is north, this is south, this is east and this is west. So now this way you can learn the directions. Now as these are the cardinal directions, north, south, west, east. So now when we are going to make the diagonals, in the green color the diagonals are there. So what are these? These are the intermediate directions: northeast, southeast, southwest and northwest. Now if we see again in this bracket, in the northeast bracket, between N and E, northeast is coming. Between S and E, SE is coming. First we will denote the letter with the N only and with the letter S only. Then next again in this bracket, between S and W, SW is coming, and between N and W, NW is coming. So these are what? In the green color intermediate directions are there, and in the pink color they are the cardinal directions. So direction is very important in map. If you know the direction, then only you can find out a proper place. And I have also told you that how you can locate the directions, how you can learn them. As I have told you, the facing towards the east if you are going to stand, then at the back side it is west, and again I have explained you about north and south. I hope that the directions are also very much is very clear to you all about the directions, large scale maps, small scale maps. So we are going to end over here only. We will meet again in my next class with a new topic. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe, take care. Thank you. Thank you, children.